Going down was easy. The waiting, the smell of rot, staring through translucent flesh, watching, heartbroken, as your childhood crush leads another victim into the basement. That was hard. Memories flashed through Ginny's mind, the circle of mocking bullies, and Derek, her dear friend, among them. He laughed too, as they taunted her. She was slender and beautiful now, or so people told her. She never believed it, but back then, Ginny's world shattered when Derek joined in hurling insults. She knew he hadn't wanted to. You don't have much choice surrounded by bullies. Not if you wanted to avoid their wrath. Ginny had known about the monster in his basement. A titanic bloat of fat folds and rotted remains, saliva dripping from its gaping mouth hole, running down stub legs. Its appetite outpaced Derek's wallet. She understood, even when he'd turned to neighborhood pets. Even after he begged and pleaded that it was going to eat him if he didn't feed it, and could Ginny please just get inside its mouth? "It's okay," she'd said. Other people went down in chunks, Ginny discovered. Though she'd curled up to avoid the teeth. Irene, Derek's interloping B*TCH of a girlfriend, hadn't been so lucky. Was it wrong to be happy about that? Derek still talked to Ginny, even if he didn't know she was alive. Hand pressed up against the thing's belly, he'd tell her about his day, his regrets, that he missed her. Nothing she did or said seemed to reach outside the thing's stomach. Still, Ginny would lay her hand against Derek's from the other side of her flesh prison and whisper, "It's okay." After 4 victims, though, Derek stopped giving her as much attention. After 5, she noticed the pattern. All women, all young, all beautiful. After 6, he quit speaking to her completely. Ginny spent days and nights crying, screaming, alone. "It's okay," she tried to tell herself. That was hard. But after 9 victims, Ginny could stand on their remains and, if she really stretched, touch the rim of the monster mouth, pushing another woman into its jowls. Derek realized he hated himself. He'd lost track of how many that thing had killed. If he didn't feed it, it would follow him, hovering in the shadows, hungry teeth inching closer. He learned early he'd give it whatever it wanted. Even Ginny. Even the dozens of other girls he wished could replace her. Derek turned away from the horrific sight. What he saw next made his heart skip a beat. By the stairwell, soaked with blood and saliva, stood the love of his life. Even with the stench of death, Derek wanted to embrace her. "My God, Ginny, She pressed a finger to his lips, gave him a great big shove. Derek's eyes grew wide, monster teeth sinking into his torso. Ginny smiled at the horror on his face as he turned from person to pulp. "It's okay,"